Welcome class, this is lesson 4.2b, the second part of lesson 4.2. Today we're going to concentrate on multiplying polynomials. So have your notes out ready to continue with 4.2. All right, let's take a look at this right here. This is multiplying, but for this one, you do need to multiply 4 times. So for some of you, if you remember from Algebra 1, for most of you, we multiplied using a box just to help us remember to multiply 4 times. So you can have a choice. You can put this on top or on the side. It doesn't matter if it's top or side. I prefer top. And then the other one is 4x and a positive 7. We're going to multiply them separately, just like area, like length times width. So 4 times 4, 16. X times x is x squared. Place it inside the box. 4x times a negative 7 is negative 28. X with a single x there. 7 times a 4x is a positive 28x. And positive 7 times a negative 7 is a negative 49. From there, you want to add like terms just like we did on lesson 4.2a, where we combine like terms. This one's x squared. These have single x's, so I can combine the numbers in the front. Oh, look at that. It's a coincidence. They do happen to cancel out nice. And this is the only number that doesn't have an x. So my final answer for this one is 16x squared minus 49. Okay. All right, let's try this one. This right here is x squared, which really means you have 2 of these parentheses. So I would recommend that you, again, use the box to help you out. We're going to write the same thing twice because we have 2 of the same things, okay? Then pause the video, draw the box, and then when you're ready, replay the video, and then check your answers inside. All right, let's see how careful are you with multiplying. 5x times 5x is 5x squared. 5x times a negative 7. And negative 7 times 5x. And lastly, negative 7 times negative 7 is a positive 49. All right, again, continue to add like terms. Be careful. Most of the times, I wouldn't say every time, but most of the time, it's these 2 boxes that are similar or like terms. This negative and this negative do not cancel out. They actually double up. So you're going to get a bigger negative number. All right, so negative 70x is what's in the middle. Again, I'm still writing in standard form. So the highest exponent to the next down. So please always continue to write your answer in standard form. All right, when you're ready to go to the next, continue the video. Let's try a few more. So same idea, just the numbers are a little different. So it says you try. Please go ahead, try these 2. Replay the video when you're ready to just check your answer. All right. Go ahead and pause. See how did you do? Did you add your like terms correctly? Did you multiply them correctly? Letter C, none of them are like terms. I just wrote it in standard form. And then over here, the only thing that combined were the x cubes that were similar that you can put together. All right, how did you do? Careful with the positive and negative numbers as well. All right, we're going to stretch this out for a little bit more difficulty. We're going to multiply. This is a binomial times a trinomial. There are 3 terms in the second part and 2 terms in the first part. So when you draw your box, you are going to draw a 2 by 3. I like to go horizontally. You can draw this vertically as well. Okay. All right. Since this is 2 and these have 2 boxes, I'm going to label that 7x minus 3 on this side. And since I drew it horizontally here, I would have 3 on top. Remember, don't lose your negative signs, okay? Put it right in front of the number because that will change your values. We want to multiply just like we did before and just be extra careful with adding your like terms. 7x, a single x, times x squared gives me 7x cubed. 7x times 2x, I'm going to multiply the numbers and multiply the letters separate. And 7x times a negative 10 is negative 70x. All right, let's go across the bottom. Let's multiply all the top by negative 3. So negative 3, keep the x squared. Negative 3 times 2 is a negative 6, keep the x. And lastly, negative 3 times negative 10 is a positive 30. All right, now take a look inside carefully and see which ones are like each other's first to combine, and that will be your final answer. Remember, most of the time it's this crisscross here. It's not always, but careful. So these 2 can combine, positive 14 and negative 3. And these also can combine. Notice these are both negative, so you're going to get a bigger negative number. check your answers and see how did you do. All right, when you're ready, go ahead and draw a box for letter F and see how did you do. Again, this is a binomial times a trinomial. So there's 3 here and 2 here. Draw a box to help you out and check your answers when you are ready. Pause the video and go ahead and check your work, but do try it first. All right, here's a combo. We have 3 things multiplied. So here's my suggestion. Concentrate on 2. We're only going to multiply those 2 to see what we have. So it's going to be a normal 2 by 2 box. Remember, you can put a topper on the side. I have the x plus 1 on top, the x minus 2 on the side. We're going to multiply carefully. X squared, x times 1, negative 2 times x, and negative 2 times 1. Combine like terms, and that's what I have for the first 2 multiplied. Now we're not done, so be careful. This right here is representing these 2 factors on top multiplied. Now I'm going to take that and multiply it with these 2. So now, just like before, if you put parentheses around this one's a trinomial times a binomial. So I will need another 2 by 3. Notice the labeling. Since this has 2 blocks, I'm going to put the x plus 6 on the side, and this has 3 terms. I'm going to put that on top. And don't lose those negative signs, okay? So the negative goes with the x, the negative goes with the 2. Again, pause the video, multiply very carefully, add your like terms, and then when you're ready, check your work, replay the video. All right, we check all the boxes. Do you check all the negative signs? Make sure you're careful there. And then our last step, this will be our final answer. What are our like terms? That would be our final answer. All right, so I see one of those x cubes. I combine these x squares. I combine these single x's, and the negative 12 stays. How did you do? Did you get 1x cubed, a positive 5x squared, a minus or a negative 8x minus 12, and that would be your final answer. All right, let's try something a little different. The numbers are a little bit larger. Again, try this problem on your own. Multiply, and then when you're ready to check your answers, continue the video to check your answers. All right, pause, double check your work, and see how did you do. All right, I'm going to continue on. I'm going to show you one more different type of problem just to start the problem. Okay, I'm not going to do the whole thing. This one is cubed, so just to be careful, that means there's 3 of these groups. So I would highly recommend that you write it 3 times. So now you can see this is just like the 2 problems we did before. You would draw a 2 by 2 to multiply these first, and then whatever you get, you draw a second box, a 2 by 3, and multiply with the third item. Okay? All right, I just wanted to show you the strategy on those so you understand where to start, so that they're very similar to the other problems. All right, this is what the final answer is. If you'd like to try it, and you can check your work carefully just to see how much of an expert you are on multiplying and adding like terms. But that is it for our lesson today for 4.2b. Go ahead and try the assignment and see how you feel about this lesson.